So these guys have done a lot of all their deals from the get-go with money partners and paid a lot forward. A lot of people have profited from your ripple effect because you're action takers and yeah, done a lot of money partner deals.
And we had no money, and I could not understand the concept of why someone who I didn't really know very well would want to invest in a project of ours. To get my head around that was a lot to do with the mindset and the training here. So, but it has made all the difference to us. Because a lot of times people think that they've got a deal, they need $500,000, for example, and they're looking for one money partner with $500,000. Now, there might be 5 people who have got $100,000 in their superannuation fund or something, self-managed super, that they could invest. So it's thinking outside the box. It's not necessarily one person with the whole lot, and we had to learn that on our very first deal. BLACKTOWN was our chosen suburb at that time. 6 money partners. It was the first time, and so there you go. So for the first time I had to get 6. I couldn't find, I needed, what did we borrow? $565 on that.
Deal number 3?
So there were down to 4 money partners. We tried one of the new finance things that I had never heard of before, which was the private lending space, as an experiment. I hadn't ever seen how that funding worked before. For renovation, it wasn't the best outcome for us on that deal because it's very expensive fees-wise. So if it'd been a deal that had taken about 12 months or something, it would have been a very good way to borrow money. However, because we did this reno in record time, in about 6 weeks, and the selling time as well, it became expensive. However, we still needed 4 money partners to top it up and finish the reno costs. It was a great lesson learnt, and as with everything that we do, whether it's the great result or just a good result or even a bad result, it's all learning.
You put 6 money partners in this deal, yep.
I'd say 4 of them were repeats, so they'd been in so far now they're into 3 deals with us, and then probably a couple of I might have met a couple more at an event, and they joined us. So they joined our little our database. We actually borrowed them with the intent. This money we intended to keep this house, and we were going to refinance it after we renovated it and built a granny flat. And then COVID happened. We decided then not to refinance. We would just renovate it and put it on the market and pay our money partners back. We were worried the time it would take to get a granny flat and everything would blow out the cost too much. So we just ended up flicking it, and we took a hit on that one because of we still got a good, fairly good result, but we took a hit on that one. But guess what? Pay your money partners back.
The next one? You went back again?
We did a JV. So that was a different experiment. So another money partner who had wanted to invest with us for a while, but his money came from the bank. He was actually able to borrow. He had good serviceability because he was working full time. So he actually used his bank loan. So he actually went on title of the deal basically, and we paid the renovation costs. So that we hadn't done it that way before, but why not?
Next one, MOSMAN.
6.
Oh, yep.
We've still got that one, so we've actually paid everyone back based on some other. Yeah, so we did we had a tenant in that property. We just decided to do a reno there, but it was held up a little bit because the tenant wouldn't move out. And then he eventually did move out. We've renovated it. We've added value, and now we're getting. We've added rent value. It's in a hot, a blue chip suburb, so we've decided to hang on to that one. And out of another deal, we paid all our money partners back.
Okay, and deal number 8, BLACKTOWN.
11 big numbers of money partners.
Herding cats?
Herding cats. There's a lot of signatures to get, lots of questions to answer. Look, it's not a don't do it. It's obviously 1 is easier because it's just one conversation. 11 was definitely more difficult, wasn't it? And
a lot of headache.
At times, but a lot of new people as well. So having had the privilege of speaking, I'd met a lot of people who wanted to invest with us to have to test the water and see what it was like. So we obviously encouraged that, and I wanted to let all of the people that had wanted to get into a deal that opportunity. So that's why we took so many on that.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.